Great people, welcome to NameTech channel. My name is Nehemiah and I'm so happy to have you on board. This is the second lesson on Scipy and we are going to discuss Scipy constants. But then before we begin, please take a second, subscribe, like and share the video to your friends. And to the returning subscribers, thank you very much for your continuous support. So guys, basically let's now discuss constants in Scipy. And guys, Scipy is more focused on the scientific implementations. It provides many built-in scientific constants. And guys, basically these constants can be helpful when you are working with the data science. And remember, pi is an example of a scientific constants. Like guys, let me show you an example how to print the constant value of pi. And so guys, first of all, let me import the constants module. So let me say from Scipy import constants like that. And then to the print function, let me say print. Should be print, and then we're going to print the pi with the constants. So let me say constants dot pi. Ensure that every word here is correct. Then let me run the codes, and then again basically you can see this is the value for the pi 3.1442. So there's basically that's how you can find the constant for pi. And let's guys now talk about the constant unit. Now guys, basically a list of all units under the constant module can be seen using the dir function. Like let me try to list all the constants with the Scipy. So what I do, let me copy the codes here. Let me just copy these codes in the first cell, and then to this a new cell, let me paste it there. And then here we are going to use another function called, first of all let me remove this one. It is let me say a dir function. And then we are going to enclose this constant here. Let me close again here, and then here at the end also let me close the constant. Let me close like that. And then what I do, let me run the codes, and then guys, basically this is how you can do it. This is how you can list all the constants. And perhaps let's talk about the unit categories. The unit are placed under this category. We have the metric. We also have binary, we have mass, we have angle, time, length, pressure, volume, speed, temperature, energy, power, and force. Now perhaps let's begin with the metric or SI prefix. Or yeah guys, basically let me show you an example to return the specified unit in meter. For example, centi will return 0.01. What I do guys, in this a new cell, what I do guys, let me just copy these codes, this line of code, and then what I do, let me in this new cell, let me paste it there. And then now here let me say constants. First of all let me remove this function, and then let me say shouldn't close, and then here let me say constants, and then dot what, let's begin with the perhaps the iota. So let me say dot iota, and then let me run the codes. I think it's perfect. Then again basically you can see that this is the value for for the iota. And then let's try, for example, for Terra. For Terra, we're just gonna say Terra, and then let me run. Then again, basically that's how you can find. So for example, let's try kilo. And then that's how you can find the constant for kilo. Micro. You can find the values like that. And so guys, basically this is how you can find the specified unit in meter, or basically this is how you can find the matrix. So guys, let's talk about something else, like the binary prefix. So what we do here, basically this one returns the specified unit in bytes. Like key bytes will return 10, actually 1020 and in the 24. That's a byte. What I do, again, let me do it. Let me begin with key B. Key B, that is kilobytes. So let me say key B. That is key B. And then what I do, let me run the codes, and then again, I basically can see that it returns 1024. And then for example, let's try to find the maybe that is megabytes. Maybe. And then again, let me run the codes, and then again, you can see for megabytes it returns this value, and then for gigabytes, that is GB, GB. Then let me run the codes, it will return this value, that is for GB. And then for terabytes, that is TB. Let me say TB, it will return this kind of a value. And then we have PB, XP, and so forth. You can try it on your end. But then let's talk about mass. Now for mass, it will return the specified unit in kilogram. Like gram will return 0.001. So let's try that. For example, gram, let's find the value. You can see guys, it returns 0.001. For let's try also for perhaps metric ton, metric underscore ton, and then this one will return 1000. And then again, I bet you can see it returns 1000. And then let's try also, for example, grain. Grain, then let me run the codes, and then it returns this value here. You can try perhaps with pounds, like let's say pound, and then let's find the value. You can see it returns this value here. You can try with other stuffs, but then let's talk about angles. Now with the angles, it will return the specified unit in radians. Like for a degree, it will return a value like 0.017453292. Let me show you guys that example. For degree, let me say, let me just replace here with the degree. Then let me run, and then again, basically you can see that it returns 0.0174532925199439295. This is for a degree. And then for example, let's try with the arc minutes. Let's say arc min, and then let me run, and then again you can see it returns this value. For basically, let's try also with arc minute. Should be arc minute also, arc minute. And then let me run, and then again you can see it returns the same that value. For second, for sec, and then let me run, it returns this value. For second, it returns this value. So guys, basically this is how you can find the specified unit in radians, all about the angles. Now let's talk about time. Now guys, for time, it will return the specified unit in seconds. Like an hour, it will return that 3600. So let's try a minute. Let's begin with a minute. Let's run. It returns basically for minutes it returns 60, and then for hour it will return that 600, and then for day day, it will return what? This value here. And then for a week, it gives you this kind of values. And then for year, let's try here, it will give you this value. So guys, basically this is all about time. Let's talk about the length. Now for length, it will return the specified unit in meters. Like nautical mile, it will return 1852. So let's try that. Let's begin perhaps with the inch, with an inch. So I said it returns in meters. So for inch, let me run. For inch it is 0.0254, and then for foot, let's try foot. A foot, it will return what? This value here. And then for yard, yard, let's run, and then it returns this value. And then for mile, let's run, it returns 1609.3434. and then for we have other stuffs, but then you can try it on your end, guys. There are many, but then let's talk about pressure. Now for pressure, it will return the specified unit in pascals. Like PSI will return 68.94. Let me show you that. Let's begin in the perhaps with atmosphere, with the ATM, and then this one is usually 101,325. That is for atmosphere at ATM. And then there's also another one for atmosphere, atmosphere. You can see, guys, it gives you the same results. You can as well use ATM or atmosphere. We also have for bus, just like that. Then it will give you this value. And then for tor, it will give you that value. And then we have millimeter heights. Like for example, let's say sorry, it should be HG, like that. Then let me run. Then again it gives you 133.323 and so forth. So let's talk about the area. And for area, it will return the specified unit in square meters. Like for hectare, it is 10,000. So let's begin in the hectare so that you can see hectare. Sorry, it should be hectare. Is it so? Let me run. Then you can see it is 10,000. Then for an acre, let me say acre, then it is this value here. So guys, basically that's how you can obtain the the specified units in square meters about the area. Now let's talk about the volume. For volume, it will return the specified unit in cubic meters. Like a liter will return 0.001 cubic meters. Like let's begin with the liter here. Let's begin with the liter, just liter, like this. Then let me run, and then you can see it is 0.001 for liter. Basically, there's a liter, and also there's also this liter here, just like this. It returns the same values. And then we have also other stuff like a gallon. A gallon will return what? This value here. And then we have also gallon for US and other stuff. But then you can try we also have barrel. Let's try with barrel. Let me say barrel, sorry, it should be BA barrel. Then let me run. It will give you this value. You can try with other stuffs, but then let's talk about speed. Now for speed, it will return the specified unit in meters per second. Like speed of sound, it will return 340.5 meters per second. So let's begin perhaps. Let's begin with the kilometers per hour. Let's begin with kmh. Let me run. Then it gives you 0.027778. And then for meter per hour, it will give you sorry, it should be mph, and then it will give you this value. And then for match like this, then it will return this value. So guys, basically you can try, or it is the same as the speed of sound. Let me type in the speed of sound, which is, let me just type in speed underscore of underscore sound. It will give you the same results. You can use match or speed of sound, and then let's run. It gives you the same results. And then let's try also perhaps the note, and then it gives you 0.51445 like that. Now for temperature, it will return the specified unit in kelvins. Like 0 Celsius, it will return 273.15. Let's do that. For 0 Celsius, for 0 underscore, remember this C begins with a capital, so C Celsius, like this. I think the spelling is correct. Then guys, it gives you 273.15. For Fahrenheit, let's try let me see, degree underscore Fahrenheit like this. Should be IT, right? Should be Fahrenheit. Should be Fahrenheit like this. Then let me run. Should be, sorry, I think the spelling here has an issue. Should be Fahrenheit. Then let me run. So guys, you can see it gives you 0.56 or 0.55 to infinity. And then for energy, it will return the specified unit in joules. Like for calorie, it is 4.184. So let's try calorie. Let me say for example calorie like that. And then it will return what? Let me run. It gives you 4.184. You can try also perhaps with the electron volt. Electron underscore volt. Electron underscore volt. It will give you this value. You can try also with other stuff, but then let's talk about power. Now guys, basically for power, it will return the specified unit in watts. Like for horsepower, it will return as 745. Let me try that for what? For horsepower. Then let me run. It returns 745.6998715822701. And then yeah guys, basically for HP, let me say H, you can use HP or you know, or the horsepower like this, it will give you the same results. So guys, lastly, let's talk about force. Now for force, it will return the specified unit in newtons. Like for kilogram force, it will return a 9.80665. Let's try perhaps with the kilogram force underscore force. And so guys, before I run, let me ensure that the spelling is correct here. It should be kilogram underscore force like this, and then guys, let me do it. It should begin with a small letter, should be K, and then let me run. Then I guess it gives you 9.80665. You can try perhaps with the other stuff like a pound force. Let me say a pound force. Then let me run. So guys, basically this is how you can find the constants with this Scipy, and I think you've gained something. So basically this is what I wanted to show you in this video, and you've gained something guys. Please consider subscribing, share this video to your friends, like also the video. I'll appreciate you very, very much. Until next time, this is Nehemiah. Goodbye.